What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy Monday. At the time I'm doing this video, you're probably seeing it at night, or depending where you are in the world, maybe in the daytime, in the future sometime. Anyways, today we're gonna go look at some tokens that I've been mentioning that I've been buying. If you watch my videos, Stbu Ubxs and Credi, and all of them look like they have finally broken out. So we're going to look at the charts there. Then we're going to look at some examples of essentially buy the dips when you could have bought the dips, and then we saw subsequently what happened to these projects after the prices went up. Those examples are going to be Orai Wtk and Kompete. WTK is WTK, WTK, Orai, WTK, and Kompete. And over the weekend, I added 3 more tokens to my portfolio. Sidus, Senate, and another one called Delicium. Delicium is interesting. They are an AI and a gaming play, and they recently announced a partnership with Microsoft. The price, we're gonna look at the chart there too to see if it's in a good buying area, which I think it is. Right now we're looking for laggards, right? We're looking for projects or either within our portfolio or outside of our portfolio that haven't gone up yet. So that's what I'm hunting, and I will be sure to share them with you. But we're going to look at these charts. And so without further ado, let's do this. All right, so the first one, let's look at Stbu right here. So this is where I've been saying, oh, I've been buying, right through here, all of this, trying to get the lower half of this, because we were up against this descending line. Although we have made some breaks, false breaks, previously to all of this. We've really just been going down, and now we are kind of up against this triangle, right? And so in the last couple of days, as you can see, we have broken through. We've come back down, tested it. Let's see if I can make it any bigger so you can see. As you can see the wick right here. We've come back down, tested it. Now we are moving up. This is the best I've seen it, or that I've as far as breaking out of this area. Could we come back down and test it as support? Yes, but are we going to come back down here? I don't know. I don't think so. And I bought as much as I could, as judiciously as I could, right? Just trying to be smart, trying to catch the bottom part of this. And I think I did a pretty good job. With that said, I still couldn't get my average buy low. I'm still underwater in this one. I couldn't get my average buy below 0.022339. So I did buy a lot higher than what I should have. But I think this is a good project, and eventually I did lower this. It was higher. So 0.022319 is all right for me. Right now it's at 0.018316. I could still buy right now, but I'm already positioned. I went over what I wanted to put, what I wanted to hit. I didn't even think I was going to hit that, but I did, just because of being in here. And now, are we still in a good area to buy? I think so. We're still underneath my average buy. And I think it's got a long way to go, right? If this is, in fact, maybe a inverse head and shoulders, then this would be the neckline. So, I mean, just to get to this neckline, it would be some good gains. And then if that is, in fact, the case, right, which is kind of strange, this side looks weird, but I mean, if it does complete this right here, then we are looking at it to go to new all-time highs, which would be around 76 cents, all right? Right now, it's at a penny. Not bad, guys, not bad. So, I mean, is it a good area to buy? Yes, I think this is actually one of the laggards. Stbu, Ubxs, they're in real-world assets. Okay, they help projects tokenize their project. I should find another way to say that, but basically that's what they do. Okay, one of their clients is Landshare, which is another real-world asset play that I am invested in, and I think is going to do really well. So Ubxs, these guys are good. These guys are serious. So not a bad area, but it has broken out, as I mentioned. As I was looking at, as I was showing you guys right here, and boom, not bad gains right now. Not bad gains off the money that I put in. I'm up on that at least, and getting closer to my break-even point with this project. But this project is going to do really well, I believe. And look at this, it's still moving. All right, so there's one. That's Ubxs. All right, another example of one that I was been mentioning to you guys is Ubxs, and I've been saying I was buying right here, right? Because my average buy was a lot higher. I forget what it was. I think it might have been like 4.8 or something like that. I don't know. It was higher. All right. So I got it down to 0.04426 from buying here. I bought this, and then I killed it off with this to try to get it as low as possible. All right. In fact, where it is right now is basically I would have been breaking even, okay, more or less. And so buying here, buying here, buying here really helped lower this. And so I still think it's a good project. This is a really low cap gem, okay? UBXS Ubxs, another real world asset play, and as you can tell, it broke out. Now it couldn't get past this area right here of resistance 0.059, right? You can see big wicks, but then brought back down, and now. But at least we're over this, right? Now we are on this ascending line, which we were trying to break out for days. And I was mentioning it to you guys here, right? Try to get it at the lower part of it, and look what happened. This is also an example of well, not necessarily buying the dip, because it was up, but this right here, when it's doing this in a bull market, which is, I think we're in the beginnings of a bull market, as I've made mention. When it's doing this, it's essentially getting ready to make another leg up. That would be my bias, and I was right in this case. Now it came back down. All right, I'm still above my average, so I'm not going to put any more in. And it could be that we just play in this ascending line, right? Which today is at 0.5 cents. All right, 5 cents, and it could be. And every day it goes up a little higher, so it could be that we play here and try to break up through here, eventually trying to go up to almost 10 cents, 9 cents. All right, so right now, is it a good area to accumulate? All right, well, so when in doubt, zoom out. Yes. Yes, and we are in this ascending line, and maybe we don't go back down here. Maybe we stay in this ascending line. Maybe we stay in this little triangle right here, playing right here before the next leg up. Boom. All right, like we did just recently here. All right, but instead of here, just another step up, stepping up before the next leg up to this area. So take a look at this project, guys. Interesting project, interesting area, still in a good buy zone. Although it did break out, although it's coming back down, I don't think it comes back down to this area. I really don't, especially the way this market is looking. The beginnings of a bull market, guys. All right, next one, Credify. Credify was adding to lower my average, because again, it was one of those that was higher, a lot higher than what it is now, and I got it even below this point right here at 0.0037. It's at 0.0036. All right, so yeah, I bought all this, and then I was just adding here, buying. Was it here? Here? Yeah, because it was below my average. My average is higher. Yeah, so basically I bought all this, and then boom, it broke out. Similar type of thing, right? On an ascending line, but it's way above it. Does it come back? Maybe. Or is it going to try to get up here to a penny? Credify, they do lending. That's their main bread and butter. They were considered a real world asset play because I think they use real world assets as collateral or something along those lines. They're a very serious team. I think they have about 20 people. Relatively small team, again, 20 people, and their focus is in Europe, the European Union. They work with, they lend out to small and SMEs, small and medium enterprises. So it's interesting. I like their niche. I like what they're doing. And finally, and I've been watching them. Obviously, I've been watching their team, or else I wouldn't have had I wouldn't have kept investing. I tried to get to a million tokens, and I got there. Adding here, and lowering my average price, just because I watch them and I see what they do. They're a good project, very good project, and finally the market is starting to pay attention and see that in fact they are. Could we be trying to get up to that point, that penny mark up there? I think so. And could this thing get to $1? Yes, I think so. Let's zoom out really quick. We're still way below our all-time highs. I mean, all-time high was at 45 cents. All right, so not bad. Huge wick. So yeah, definitely. Are we in a good buy zone? I don't know. You tell me. I think so. I'm done buying. I'm done accumulating. I'm just gonna hold my bag. But I'm glad. Again, another example of a breakout. All right, of a breakout. Do we come back down here and test this area as support? Possibly 0.0044, or maybe not, or maybe we just keep going up. Depends on what the rest of the market does. But this is pretty strong right here. And right now I don't see any retrace yet. Eventually, what goes up must come down. So I'm putting this in your radar, maybe so you can take a look. You can nibble here, but I wouldn't go all in right now because you just never know. Although relative to how things are, I would still wait, because eventually a pullback will happen, you know, boom, and maybe we come back down. This is something long later down, and you could buy it for cheaper than it is right now, 0.0059. So patience is key here, guys. Patience is key here, and dollar cost averaging helps a lot. All right, so those are examples of ones that I've been talking about that have finally broken out. All right, so hopefully that gives credence to my ability to pick winners. And if it doesn't, I know that I pick winners. I'm looking at my portfolio, and people are like, oh, altcoins are going lower. You know, we're in losses. I'm like, my portfolio is in the green, and I share everything that I do with people. So I mean, hopefully people listen and do with my information what they will, and hopefully it's helpful to make them money. All right. So now examples of buy the dips, right? That I've made mention to you guys. First one is Orai. All right, so it dropped down here, right? And I was like, okay, I did nibble here and here, and I'm like, let's see if it drops, because it looks like it's gonna go lower, and it did, right? It did. Then I started setting up lines right here to see where I could have missed areas of support. I'm like, so I set all this stuff up, and it didn't get there, but I did buy this right here, this wick right here. I think I bought, like, yeah, not exactly the bottom, but damn close. I think it was like 314, 312. Right, and from there it didn't go much lower. It didn't go lower. It went like 2 pennies lower, and then it started going up. Right, so that was my last buy. So that last buy at 312. Although it brought up my average buy, I used to be underneath here, but the buys that I made here, and here, brought this up. Brought my average from here to up here. That's okay, because now when it goes back up here, I'm still going to be actually in more gains, because I put my money in. All right, so after that it pumped up. So this is an example of buying the dip, guys. All right, you know, look at the areas of support, right? If it breaks through, buy, nibble a little bit. If it's getting close, nibble, and if it drops, nibble some more. You know, nibble some more, because eventually it's going to turn around. Look at this big turnaround. Boom, got rejected here. Maybe we play right here. You know, this was like a fake out, a fake out drop, but this was opportunity, right? And we are in the area of buying the dip. So this is one example where I made mention to you guys. Go look at my videos. I made mention to you guys. Yeah, you know, I think it goes lower, and it did, right? And then right around here, it's just when it turned around. So you just never know exactly how low it's going to go. You can always put these lines in, and what I like to do is, once I put these areas in, if it gets close, I'll start buying there, because what if it doesn't touch this? There are other people looking at the same chart, you know, and there are some people that are just playing with this and being like, all right, people think it's gonna get down here, so let's reverse it this way. Market makers or whatever. I mean, whales, people that can move markets. Okay, they're looking at it too, and they're playing you too. You know, they're playing us, me, everybody. So it didn't get all the way down here, and I wasn't gonna wait. So I'm like, okay, I got this low. I'm like, let me buy, and so I did. Boom, and I'm glad I did, because there we go. It went the other way. After that, reverse course. Did I know I was gonna reverse course there? No, I thought maybe it could come down here, but I was like, okay, let me just risk it some right here. Risk it for the biscuit. $3.12. That's a great buy. I feel happy about that. I'm proud of that. WTK, even though it was luck, kind of, mostly. WTK. Next one is WTK. WTK. Another example of buy the dip, and this one, same thing, same similar thing happened to me right here. I unfortunately missed this, and I was hoping they would come back down here. This is an example of not putting orders in, limit orders in. I should have put limit orders in down here at this line, and I didn't, because I was lazy. All right, so anyways, WTK, same thing, right? It went down. It didn't go down all the way down to this level at 2 cents, right? Because again, people are watching, and they're like, all right, let's turn this bad boy around before that. Let's get it as low as we can before we turn it around. And here we go. Boom. All right, if you had bought this dip right now, you'd be happy. You'd be in profits. It's at 0.0389. The community was all upset when it comes down here, and when the community is all upset for lowering price, you know, maybe it's good opportunity. It's a good opportunity. So again, we're in buy the dip territory. When you see stuff like this and you see it kind of even out, definitely boom, 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 make your buys. Go. I didn't make a lot of buys, but I did make buys. I didn't have to make a lot of buys because I was already well positioned. That's my average buy right here, and that's with buying this dip down, this dip here, these dips 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 here. I was all over this part, right? Buying, adding to it, and it's still in it. That's how it lowered. I mean, increased my average buy. I was under a penny. But cool. I'm happy now. I'm even more well positioned in this project. I have a I have a good size bag, and we have broken through this area again. Maybe we test it again, or maybe we start coming back up here and start trying to get to where 7 cents. All right, so not a bad area, WTK. There's a lot of interest in this project. There's a lot of money in this project too, guys. All right, so should tell you something. And here's another one. Yesterday it dropped 19%, and this is an example of buying the dip. The other ones were example of buying the dip where it pays off, and this one is so far I did manage to get just below this blue line right here on Compete, which did increase my average buy. It was at 0.016, and it's at 0.017. But this morning, I'm glad I did. It's a good project, right? It's still a higher low, and it's green right now. Maybe we come back down and test this, but I don't think we go as low as this. And I don't know if we test this area yet, because this area support is right here. So it's essentially oscillating in this channel right here. And eventually we're going to go up to the top of this channel and test it again to see if we can break on through to the other side and keep going up. So not a bad area to buy in. Compete, really good game, and I put in another 30, basically 30, increased my holdings by 30% basically. All right, Compete, still a good area, guys. All right, now over the weekend, what did I buy? Three new tokens. 2 of them are part of one, Sidus, and I'm probably gonna do I'm gonna highlight them. I'm gonna look at their website. Gonna show you information about them maybe tomorrow, or sometime this week. It depends on how I feel. It depends on what information comes out tomorrow. If more important information comes out, I will share that. All right, so Sidus, which is a gaming play, and it's pumped up a lot, as you can see. And unfortunately, I missed all that, but I'm buying here, and that's cool because I think it can still go higher. All right, we're basically in price discovery right now, and eventually I think it's just gonna moonshot up. A lot of people are talking about this game. Interesting game, similar to something like a Star Atlas, right? And this is the utility, the money for the game, Sidus. And Senate is the governance one. Senate has the better tokenomics than Sidus. Slightly. Has a lower market cap, so maybe it could go up higher. But I did buy this little drop right here. That's when I got in last night, and this morning I've been surprised with a nice little green. So I'm already up on my Senate purchase. Because I have to buy this, I didn't buy it in Gate.io. I had to buy it in Uniswap. Because I bought it in Uniswap, I couldn't really DCA in, so I put in what I was planning on putting in, my whole amount at once. I normally don't recommend that, but there's no really, for me, there's no other way to do it in Uniswap because the fees are so high, $11, $12, and that's cheap. You know, whereas on BSC it's like 12 cents. Okay, so it's crazy. But I wanted to get in this project, so I'm like, all right, let me just risk it for the biscuit. I saw that it came down here, hit this area of resistance. I mean, a support at 10 cents. I'm like, let me just go in, boom, and I did. And now it's up 2 pennies from where I bought. So pretty cool. Again, maybe this is a little example of buy the dip. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. And it's also making kind of like a higher high. So when it's doing something like this, it's preparing itself, all right, resting basically for the next leg up. Now, if this was a bear market, then this would, to me, my bias would be towards the downside, and I'd wait for it to drop. But because we're my strong belief that we're in the beginnings of a bull market, my bias is towards the upside. So that's how I play it. All right. And the other one that I bought is called Delicium. It tickers AGI. All right. I don't know if you've heard of it or not. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but they recently came out and said they had a what's it called? With Compete. I'm sorry. They had a partnership with Microsoft. Maybe it cost. I think it did cause this to move up because they were all-time lows. All right, all-time lows. The tokenomics here aren't the greatest at all, and there is like some more dilution coming to the tokenomics. I bought it on KuCoin. All right, so it looks maybe that we're coming here, and I also bought it looking at the chart. I'm like, it's way below where we're almost close to the all-time lows, and that's getting harder and harder to find, right? Tokens. One example of close to the all-time lows of crypto tanks, but this is like a micro cap, and this is super risky. AIG is a little bit bigger, although risky, or KIG as they call it in KuCoin, Delicium. I'll probably do one on Delicium by itself. Very interesting. Gaming and AI. All right. Look out this week for a video I'm going to do on them. So we're going to look at all the numbers and see if maybe this is one that you should start looking at strongly too. I'm going to put a small little bag on it, but it just has such a good narrative. I might actually increase what I want to do. Today I was looking to add some more, but I think I'm just going to wait. Or maybe not. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Whatever I do, I'll end up letting you guys know. But interesting project. I'm kind of torn with how much capital I should put in, because the narrative that they can spin on this one is I could see this thing pump, and we are pretty much at the floor. Right here. So it could be that this thing is building strength right here to try to get up here to 4 cents and break on through. All right, but we'll see what happens. So those are the ones that I bought: Sidus, Senate, and Delicium. Delicium ticker AGI. I'm sorry, AGI, and in KuCoin KGI. All right, so interesting. All right, and that's pretty much it, guys. You're up to date on what I've been doing, the cryptos that I'm watching. I got a lot of winners in my hands. All right, that I'm barely even discussing. I'm up huge on Rio. I'm up huge on what's it called? A bunch of them. We'll talk about that later, because that really doesn't matter. But I know what I'm doing. So hopefully you guys will start watching more and tell your friends about me. So if you can, please please subscribe, please leave a comment. All right, because I like reading the comments. I like to respond to them, and let people know about me, man. Please help me, ladies and gentlemen, not just guys. Yeah, let people know about me. All right. With all that said, thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.